Hello everybody, Paul Calderon here, thatagentpaul.com. Okay, so I want to talk about things to consider if you are thinking about selling your house. Okay, first thing you want to think about is, one is you're getting away from that house. You're actually walking away from it. When the deal is done, it's done. That headache is no longer yours to deal with if it was a headache. Hopefully your investment has matured and you've got some money in the pocket. Great for you. All right. Next thing to consider is, are you escaping a down market? Do you foresee that the local market in your area is going to take a downturn? If so, then yeah, get out of there. Get as much as possible before the market goes down. All right. That only makes good economic sense. All right. The next thing is you can take advantage of tax laws. Okay. Now check with your accountant, of course, as always, your tax representative or wherever you go to get your taxes done. But when you sell that house, you get what the current tax laws excludes your sale from capital gains tax up to $250,000 if you're single and $500,000 if you're married. That's a lot of money. Okay, so that's another reason to sell. The next thing is, when you sell that house, you'll have a down payment for the next house. Okay? That huge chunk of cash, that huge influx that you gained from the sale, right? It can help you buy your next house. Even if you have, let's say, less than stellar credit, that down payment's going to help. Okay? And then hopefully you'll be in the market that you want to be in. The next thing is, you will not have to worry about tenants. Let's say you move and decide to keep the home and rent it out. Well, now you have to stay current with tenants and also the local laws for renters. So that's something to think about. There are a lot of horror stories out there about tenants. A lot of great ones. Yes, I'm acknowledging that, but there are a lot of bad things that can go wrong in having a tenant in your house. Okay? Now, one thing that you want to consider is sort of a compromise, a rent-to-own situation. And a rent-to-own situation is where you find a tenant, you bring that tenant into your property, make a deal with them, and at a set amount of time, that tenant now has the opportunity to purchase that property from you at a certain amount. Okay? It's called rent-to-own. Okay? Let me explain again. You bring in a tenant for a lease, and for a certain amount of time, right, that tenant, after a certain amount of time, that tenant will have the opportunity to buy that property. Okay, it's called rent to own. That's it. So if you have any more questions, thatagentpaul@gmail.com, or put something in the comments, and I'll see you on the next video. All right.